It's Ford Truck Month, and Jim here just got a great deal on a brand new Ford F-150 with EcoBoost engine technology. Gives him the fuel economy of a V6, all the power of a V8. Chevy and Dodge can't do that. Jim says that's how you get the job done, even on his day off. And that's life in the Stampede. Now get up to $6,500 in total savings on F-150, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. It's Truck Month at your Texas Ford dealer.
Welcome, Buff fans, to this week's installment of the WT Coaches Show. I'm your host, Kelton Weens, and we have Lady Buff assistant coach Kevin Baker in studio with us today. Now, Coach, you went to Texas Women's on Saturday, and you had a 12-point lead at one point in that game, and then hung on to win it. Texas Women's came back. What can you tell us about that game? Well,
I think a lot of people would look at that game and go, well, it was an 11, 12-point victory for the Lady Buffs. It wasn't much of a test, but I tell you what, it was a tough game. We had an 11-point lead at halftime. Texas Women's made a great comeback, but I'm continuing to be impressed with this team's resiliency because we got actually down by one with about 7 minutes to go, and we came back really strong. We hit some big shots when we had to have them. We had some big play from some key players, and we just kind of toughed out a road win in the Lone Star Conference. That's a difficult thing to do at times, but this team was able to do it, and I'm proud of them.
Now, Coach Joni Unruh is being honored for her great excellence in the classroom. How does her hard work, academic-wise, translate onto the basketball court?
Sure. Well, you know, Joni's a special person, period. You know, be it in the classroom, on the court, wherever she is, she's going to do special things. So it makes it's no surprise to anyone really that she's able to maintain a high GPA in the classroom and to be pretty much an All-American on the basketball court. She's going to be an All-American in the game of life too. She's just one of those special people. She brings a lot of intangibles to our team. Leadership, just to name one thing. But you know, she's going to be missed around here. She's been here for a long time, and she'll be the first to tell you that. And I hate that we only have a few games left with her, but hopefully we can go out on a high note and give her the send-off that she deserves.
Now, Coach, Abilene Christian coming into the First United Bank Center on Wednesday to play the Wildcats for the second time. What have you seen out of this team?
Well, you know, they're a young team. They're a lot like we are because they're filled with sophomores. But they're very talented, and we really jumped on them at ACU. We really played well, and I think that we can do that again at home, but I think it's going to be tough. A lot of people think this is sort of a rivalry matchup, but for us, it's just another tough opponent in the Lone Star Conference. I think that they view the game as a bigger rivalry with us because everybody wants to beat WT, but for us, it's just another step of the ladder that we've got to take care of, and certainly it'll be a tough game, but I think we'll be okay.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming by, and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We'll be talking Buff basketball after the break.
Get your hoops fix February 29th through March 4th when the Lone Star Conference Basketball Tournament lands at the Allen Event Center. 5 days, 14 games. It's one big wake-up basketball Lone Star style. Go to LoneStarConference.org for more info.
Welcome back, Buff fans, to the WT Coaches Show. I'm your host, Kelton Weens, and alongside me is head men's basketball coach Rick Cooper. Now, Coach, we're still on a long break in the middle of the season. You play ACU on Wednesday. Tell us about that game.
We're finally coming out of our sabbatical here. It's a very important game. You know, I think we're playing a very good basketball team. We're playing a team that looks dramatically different from the first time we played them. They've got a couple of kids that are playing for them now that weren't playing then, and they're playing well, and they're extremely well coached, and it'll be a very difficult game for us. We'll have to play well to have a chance to win. So, and as all games are this time of year, as all conference games are, it's just a very important game, not only for us, but for them also.
Now, Coach, this season you guys have been doing a lot of community service. Tell us about those experiences.
Oh, you know, it's one of we think it's a really good experience for our kids, for our players to get out as much as we can into the community. It's not always easy to do that because we're dealing with student athletes that have additional demands placed on their time. That's one of the things we were able to do in this 10-day break is we were able to get out to elementary school up in Amarillo and had a good time, with those kids. And like I said, I think it's really good for our players also to get out into the community. We've got good kids in our program, and I think the type of young men that can make us all proud as they get out and work and help in our community. So we think it's good both ways. We think it's good for the kids that we have a chance to visit with, and we think it's good for our players.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time this morning, and good luck this week.
You bet.
Thank you for joining us for this week's installment of the WT Coaches Show. For more Buff Sports action, please visit GoBuffsGo.com. For the WT Sports Network, I'm Kelton Weans.